Yo, it's your boy Dragons of Thunder, and I'm back live and direct with another video. Titus, we back with another video, buddy. So I brought Azula out. Azula, Fang, and Aang. So Aang is getting some sun, Fang is getting some sun. Azula will get sun at a different time of the day. It's a little bit of sun in there. If she wants to get some sun, she can go to that spot. But the shade trees, the leaves are up, and it's amazing. I brought the gang out. I brought the gang of dragons out today because I want to save some lights, keep my lights longer, and bring some energy costs down. But the main reason, when I turned those lights off inside, when I cut the lights off in the garage inside the enclosures, I turned the lights off and I realized, like, oh my God, Azula's enclosure has eggs in it. So I flipped those bad boys back on. But one of the main reasons I brought all of my dragons outside today was because, of course, the weather, but my girl Naga was starting to dig. So with Naga starting to dig, I went ahead and brought her out to the 4x2x2 outside. So she's out here, and she's in the 4x2x2. As you can see, Irae is normally inside of this 4x2x2. This is Irae's 4x2x2 when he's outside. Irae is no longer with us. Titus, come on. It happened 3 or 4 days ago, maybe 5, I don't remember. But I was sad, man. Like, I was super sad. So Irae was buried over here in the backyard, in the right corner of the backyard. And yeah, man, my boy Irae is gone, man. He's not with us no more at Dragons of Thunder. And so I wanted to let you guys know, before people start guessing, start guessing and wondering where Irae is. I guess I'll tell you guys first. But inside of my Bearded Dragon group, my Bearded Dragon Advanced Current Keeping group, inside of that group, I told my admins and my moderators, they already know about it. But yeah, it was a sad thing. And the main reason he died was from syringe feeding. And the syringe feeding didn't kill him. What killed him was the syringe tip. The syringe tip, he bit it off. He bit off a syringe tip once and he passed it in his poop. He passed it. So he wasn't impacted or anything. And so then months and months later, like almost a year later, I was syringe feeding him again. And my dumb butt, man, I tell everybody now, cut the tip off of the syringe when you force feed your Bearded Dragons. If you cut that tip off, man, it'll be way better. Let me get Azula out and I'll finish the story. But yeah, cut the tip off the syringe when you feed your dragons. The baby syringe medicine administers them little things. But yeah, so he bit it off a second time. And the second time was fatal, man. Once again, he was impacted, but he wasn't. I don't know. He was using the restroom kind of normal. He wasn't walking wrong like he was impacted. The only thing about it is he wasn't eating correctly. But he did pick up his eating habits and he started gaining weight. This was last month or the month before. He started eating again and picking up his weight. So I thought he was fine. But it's mostly my fault because Irae should have been taken into the vet. He only went to the vet once in his entire life. But he should have went to the vet once he did it a second time. I should have took him in while he was strong to see if they could do surgery or whatever. And so this last time it was too late. And I took him in. He was too weak. He was basically out of it. At this point, it kills me to even talk about it because I know it was mostly my fault. He could have been saved. The plastic that's from the tip of the syringe poisoned him also, from sitting in him too long. And me being me, I thought, since I've swallowed a plastic cap before, you gonna walk, Azula, or nah? I swallowed a plastic cap before, and the doctor, that's what they told me, like, hey man, it's gonna pass through your system, the acid in your stomach break it down, and then you'll pull it out, yada yada yada. And so I'm like, hell, you know, a reptile's stomach acid is way stronger than mine, so why can't Irae do it? But yeah, man, like I say, last month and the month before, he started picking up his weight. And hell, he even was mated to Azula, so he has a clutch of eggs still going. So Irae will live on somehow, some way with his babies. But yeah, a month or two ago, he was picking up weight, looking strong. And then all of a sudden, I believe he died like 4 days ago. It's something like that, 3, 4, 5 days ago. But 3 days before he passed away is when I started seeing, my wife said something. She said, babe, Irae looks like he's out of there, man. He looks sick. He look unhappy or whatever, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, all right, I didn't notice it. And then when I went in the garage, I stayed down there for a couple of hours and looked at him and watched him and stuff. And he would get up and walk or climb up a limb and just lay down like he was tired. So every time he moved, it wasn't normal. Like he would sit up and look around. He would lay his head down on the ground completely, and it's midday. And so I seen him do it. He left from the basking spot, went to the cool side, did it. Went up on this bridge, did it. And then after that day, I got him some Pedialyte and some grub pie in him, and he was good. So that was the first day I noticed it, where he started going down. And now, remind you, I've always heard people say when bearded dragons go down, they go down hard because they hide illness, they hide sickness, they hide weakness real good. And man, you don't believe it till you see it. So he did hide it very well. And like I say, that like 3 days before he passed away, that's when I noticed it. And then look at these guys. I'm gonna move them so they won't be stressed out. Azula still haven't moved over there. But yeah, oh my God, this wasp. But that, I got him some food in him, I got him some Pedialyte in him, and so that was that. And he started acting different again, you know what I'm saying? He had energy, he went in baths, stood up, and he was good. Hold on just a moment. Just a moment, just a moment. So yeah, he got the Pedialyte in him, and the grub pie, I think it's grub pie, Rapashi. And he got that in him. And so 2 days passed. No, a day passed. And I took him out, and I held him, looked at his eyes and everything, checked him out. And so he started puking. So he started puking and then had a seizure. And I'm like, oh man, it didn't look like a seizure, it looked like he was just shaking his head back and forth. But I believe it was a seizure. And by this time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just put him out of his misery. And so my wife and daughter was like, nah, I'll take him in tomorrow, yada, yada, yada. So did that. Got the bad news about him being too weak, too late for surgery, yada, yada, yada. So we come back home, make him comfortable. And the next morning is when I found him dead, man. In the back left corner of his tank. He was chilling on his hide. He was on top of his hide, and he died in that position on top of his hide. And when I seen it, man, I couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, I knew it was coming, but man, like, Irae is named after my brother, Ellis Ray Watts, who passed away from epileptic seizures back in 2019. And man, like, to see Irae go was like horrible, man. It was hard on me because of what he meant, you know. and his namesake. But you don't wanna free roam, you going back in your thing, baby. But yeah, so Irae is no longer with us. This girl does have a clutch cooking in her enclosure. Irae will be the father. All of those babies are free once again, to loyal subscribers and things like that. I might keep one of the males if a normal scale male, if it's one in there that I like, you know what I'm saying, in memory of Irae. I might keep a male, maybe not, we'll see. But honestly, man, I'm not happy because of the situation, but I'm happy to have 4 dragons. And I mean, it's an even number. I'll fix that in a minute. It's an even number to have, and it's a good number to have, but I wasn't expecting this, man. Like, Irae was, it's what's crazy about it is Irae still had muscles. Like, he had his tail did start to look a little smaller, but he still had muscle and fat on his tail. He had great muscle thighs. The only thing that you noticed when he passed was his fat pads went away and his eyes looked sunk in. That was the morning I found him. But yeah, man, I'm sad, and I just still can't believe it, really, to be honest, man. I just can't believe it. But I didn't think losing Bearded Dragon would affect me or hurt me as much as it did, you know. I mean, I love my dragons, y'all know. I love them to death, but I didn't think it would like affect me to the point to where I didn't want to do nothing that day or being depressed type stuff, like, you know. But anyway, man, Irae gone. Long live Irae. And that's just what it is, man. Until we meet again, I'm finna let these guys and gals get some sunlight, and then I'll update you guys on Azula's eggs, and then if Naga digs and lays hers, I'll update you guys. So stay tuned. Go to my group, Bearded Dragon Advanced Care and Keeping on Facebook. Follow my Instagram at Dragons of Thunder, and if you want some black soldier fly larvae, go to grubterra.com and use my discount code Dragons of Thunder 10, all lowercase. Check the description box for links, man. I love y'all. Y'all be good. And peace, man. It's your boy Dragons of Thunder. I'm 85,000, man. Guanguala.